So I've not done my morning routine yet. I've come downstairs and this is my kitchen. These were supposedly washed by my son last night, and as you can see, they're still absolutely filthy. So they're going to need re-washing. That's just really, it's just the state of play of my kitchen before I've started my day. Okay, so my morning routine is now done. I'm going to gloss over the fact that my son decided that he was going to get his breakfast after I'd done the breakfast dishes. But as you can see, just doing the morning routine has made the kitchen look a little bit better. Not perfect, but some progress has been made, which is what we're aiming for, progression, not perfection. So next thing is I'm going to start on my weekly Monday tasks, which should make it look so much better again. So that's my list of tasks for Monday. I'm going to get on with it. I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes and see how much I can get done on that in the next 15 minutes. Right, that's my 15 minutes up. As you can see, I haven't got very far. I've managed to get my fridge done, as you can see. And I've got the worktops cleared and wiped over. So that's the worktops. And that looks just a little bit better than it did do. Right. Now I could blame my son for his, getting his breakfast after I'd done the morning dishes, for me not getting through my Monday tasks. But let's face it, it's actually my own fault for neglecting my routines. Because if I was keeping on top of my routines, I should have been able to whiz through the vast majority of that in 15 minutes. But I haven't. It is what it is. I've got my worktops back into a reasonable state now. It's more acceptable. So, all I need to do, theoretically, is just keep on top of that. Those pick up and put aways, I need to get back into that habit. Because this is the problem when we neglect our routines, when we stop doing the pick-ups and put-aways, it all starts to pile up and it takes longer. So the more often you do something, the quicker it is to do. Now, I know this, you know this, it's just a case of actually putting it into practice, isn't it? And that's sometimes easier said than done. Anyway, I'm going to go make a cup of coffee. While I'm doing that, I get, those computery bits done, the bits I do on the computer. Maybe not so much the shopping list, I might do that later. But at least I can get those done. And then next time I do the dishes, I can do my, the cupboard fronts. So it's not all bad. I guess I haven't done it all in 15 minutes, but it's going to get done. And this is something I just need to remind myself that, yes, it's all well and good me going, oh, that's easier to do it when I'm on holiday from work, blah, blah, blah. But I don't necessarily, I need to keep reminding myself, I don't necessarily need to do it all in one session. I can sit there and go, right, I'm going to do the worktops when I do the breakfast dishes. I can do the cupboard fronts when the dinner dishes get done. It doesn't all have to be done in one session, and sometimes we need to just remind ourselves of that rather than just look at our list of things that need doing and just go, oh my God, I can't do that. I'm just going from work. The last thing I want to do is that. Anyway, I apologise for the noise. That's the council have taken it upon themselves to remove one of the trees in the village, which I'm absolutely gutted about. I understand that there was a couple of branches that needed coming down because they were getting, those particular branches were getting dangerous. They were overhanging cars, they were getting close to people's houses. However, the rest of the tree, I don't understand why they've taken it down. It was a healthy tree, it wasn't causing any issues other than that one or two branches that admittedly did need to come down, so I don't understand why they've taken down an entire healthy tree. But it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. So yes, so that's what that noise is. Sorry, I just went off on a bit of an eco rant there. Anyway, yes, so that's that. I say, I'm going to go make a cup of coffee, and one day I'm going to get the hang of actually getting my face into the shop properly and get my eyes into the shop, so I'm not kind of looking down like that or looking at, whatever. Anyway, yeah, cup of coffee, get my renty bits done, and then I'm going to come back because I did promise you last time that I was going to talk about the zone work, didn't I? So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so zone work. As I've mentioned before, you may already know, Fly Lady splits her home up into 5 different zones. So you've got the hall and entranceway, you've got the kitchen, you've got the bathroom and one extra room that doesn't fall into the zone categories. You've got the bedroom and you've got the living room. Now, the official Fly Lady way of doing it is to spend a week in each zone, which is great, but then those 2 end zones, so number 1 and number 5, don't necessarily get a full week because of the way the month works. And, sometimes you're just like, I haven't got the motivation for this, whatever. And I've never really managed to achieve any zone work. And obviously the idea is that you declutter in each zone before you even start on your deep cleaning, which is what the zone work is. It's deep cleaning of the rooms. But I've never managed to get, the motivation for it, and I've never been sure what it is that's stopping me doing this. And then I had a bit of a brainwave. I thought, right, so I've split my weekly tasks up into, so Monday I'll be in the kitchen and do a few little basic things in there. Tuesday is my whole blah, blah, blah. Why don't I just pick a task from the deep cleaning list and do that on those days of the week? So Monday I'll do a kitchen deep cleaning task. Tuesday I'll do a whole deep cleaning task. I'm still going to get 4 or 5 jobs done a month, which is basically what you're going to get if you do it over the course of a week. So I'm going to try that. Instead of spending like an entire week in the zone, I'm going to try doing it just 1 room a day, if that makes sense. So anyway, let's have a little look at the just get bright white light behind me. Let me just have a little look just at the tasks on the Fly Lady app. Even doing it this way, it's still a case of declutter first. Whichever area of the house needs decluttering before we can go in and deep cleaning, that's what we need to do. And then it's just a case of working through the list, taking it off. When you get to the bottom of the list, start again. Which is what you would do if you're doing it over the course of a week. If you pick a job to do a day, whatever. That's the way we're going to be doing it. And the whole thing about this system is it's supposed to be make it work for you. So if you're like me and you're looking at a week in each zone and you're like, oh, I just can't even face it, try doing a room a day and just picking and just working through the list. Just do as much as you can do in that one day, and it'll all catch up to itself, if that makes sense. You will still do the same number of tasks, just spread over the month rather than spread over a week. Does that make sense? You know what I mean. Anyway, so that's the zone work. It's about deep cleaning once you've got the area decluttered. So that's something to add to the control journal. If you're using a paper control journal, or if you've got the app, it's all there. So as well as the things that are already on Fly Lady's deep cleaning master lists, you can take away things if they're just not relevant to you. You can add things if there's things that you need to do that aren't on Fly Lady's list. So I'm going to be adding into my kitchen zone work some of that stuff that I did with the Declutter 365 challenge, from the kitchen month. Does that make sense? I know what I mean. The stuff I did in the kitchen when I was decluttering for the Declutter 365, I'm going to be adding into my kitchen zone work so that I can keep on top of those cupboards rather than just sit there in a year's time and go, oh my God, look at the state of them already. So that way I'll be regularly going through them, checking them, decluttering them. So I shall be doing that with each zone work as I do stuff in each room with the Declutter 365. I'll add it to that particular zone. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to actually get on with some of that list, and I will see you another time. Bye.